Welcome back to Valley Life. I'm Alicia Safias. Well, if any of you are suffering from maybe a little lower back pain, shoulder, neck, I know I am, you're in the right place today. We are at McGuire Physical Therapy here in Fresno, and I'm joined by owner Leif McGuire. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
Okay, a lot of you, I didn't know this, a lot of you probably don't know, there was a new law that passed this year, so we can come directly to physical therapists without having to go see a physician. I bet that really changes things.
It really does. We're excited about the improved access that our patients have to our services. It's better for early prevention and also a little bit of a cost savings if you can come directly to us without having to see your physician first.
Yeah, we love saving money. Okay, most common injury you see here?
You know, it would have to be low back pain, and a lot of times it has to do with just strength of the low back.
And that's what we're looking at here.
Yeah, actually we're using a biofeedback mechanism here to train Jill how to recruit her core muscles as she's protecting her low back. This device will tell her whether she's doing the exercise correctly or incorrectly. She can make instant adjustments, and by doing that, we can really shave off a lot of time. We could train her to adequately recruit her core in a visit or two, and that might have taken 4 to 6 visits in the past.
Wonderful. I know you really concentrate on really localizing the injury and treating it. I know you have private treatment rooms here. Can we go check out one of those?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Okay, you're working on Madison's shoulder now. Tell me what's going on.
Well, we're using biofeedback to inhibit this muscle and facilitate this one. So Madison's going to squeeze her shoulder blades together, and we can see by the red lights and that sound, that's not exactly what we're looking for. We would like this to stay down into the green so that this muscle's not as active. This one is more active. So let's have you watch that. Try to keep it down into the green. Don't let it beep. So now we have a good contraction. So that's just a way to stabilize the shoulder, which helps with shoulder issues and neck issues.
So Madison has flipped around now, and I see she's getting some type of massage. Explain that.
Well, a lot of injuries occur because people lack flexibility. So we do utilize techniques such as massage, joint mobilization, stretching techniques to gain flexibility, prevent injury, and help people recover from injuries they've already had.
And is that the most common reason for these type of injuries?
That is definitely one of the most common. Common would be the scenario in which the muscle is actually stronger than the tendon. The tendon starts to pull away from the bone a little bit, and that's usually referred to a process that we call tendonitis. And a lot of people have heard that term but don't understand why it happens. We have some kind of unique ways of treating that as well.
Okay, wonderful. Can we take a look at some more treatments?
Sure.
Now, this is a really high-tech way to treat tendons.
Correct. This is low-level laser. Some people call this cold laser. This actually promotes healing of the tissue and decreases inflammation. Once we've achieved that, we go on to strengthening the tendon.
Okay, and I know that you have a really cool apparatus that I've been looking at. This is amazing. You really have state-of-the-art technology here.
Yeah, this is kind of neat. We found that we can strengthen the tendon by working the muscle in its elongation phase. So basically with something like this, I would have a patient grab onto this, resist on the way down. The machine goes up on its own. Again, they resist on the way down, and that elongation contraction actually strengthens the tendon.
This is really all down to a science. I know over here, another really high-tech looking machine, but this is something that can not only help young athletes or any athletes, but any of us.
Correct. This is for speed training, and this allows us to strengthen at higher speeds. Research has shown that if you want to be faster, you have to train faster. It's also demonstrated that for some of us that are not a young athlete, if you want to keep a active, faster metabolism, then you need to exercise at higher intensity levels for shorter amounts of time, at more of an interval training, which sounds good, but it's kind of hard to do because you have to push yourself a little bit harder. We have to be careful that we don't put too much stress on joints when that's occurring. So we also have equipment that allows us to do that.
And this is one of them, and I know you have another one over here. Explain what we're looking at here with the harness.
Well, this is basically a suspension system, And so Greg's walking on this. We have an upward force that's decompressing his joints. So he's actually getting a form of traction as he's walking on the treadmill. Works good for people with joint issues. Also, though, for somebody that might not have very good balance, they could walk on this. If they stumble or trip, the suspension system is not going to allow them to fall. So it's a safer way to push somebody a little bit harder, because balance is an issue with a lot of our patients.
And speaking of balance, I know we have another machine that helps us with that over here.
Sure. This is a Biodex balance system. It's kind of like a video game for adults. We have a platform that challenges a person to balance. There's a maze that they can go through, various games that they can play as they're balancing. What's neat about this is you can really challenge a person's balance to the point of failure, but in a safe environment, because as we get older, we're not taking chances, we're not really challenging our balance anymore, and balance is one of those things, if you don't use it, you lose it. So it's fun to work with, because it's one of those things that if you work on it the right way, we see pretty rapid progress.
Well, thank you so much for the tour, Lee. Really appreciate it. And are you accepting clients? What can we do?
You know, we are. It's easy now. All you have to do is just call 438-8531, and we'll check your insurance out, get authorization if need be, get you scheduled, usually within 24 hours for physical therapy. Wow. And, you know, that's for an injury. If you just want to do personal training or massage for maintenance, we do that also.
All right, wonderful. I think a lot of people are going to be calling you up.
Good deal.
All right, we really appreciate it. And Valley Life will be right back.